With all the press that Ariana Grande has been doing for Wicked, there's been so much said about her, and the conversation has just been all over the place. Last year, she was getting a ton of backlash, and there were periods of time this year, right after her album release, that she was also getting a ton of backlash. And it all surrounded her relationship with Ethan Slater, okay? Now we're in this bubble where people are starting to like Ethan, they're starting to like Ariana, and that's where I kind of left things off in my last video. I was like, you guys, people are really switching up because they like Wicked, and I don't know, they like him again. But now, you guys, the hate mob is back, okay? And the reason why is because she's been emotional in these interviews, and people are like, I'm over it, I'm annoyed. Every day it is something new with the internet, I swear. I cannot keep up with who we like and who we don't like. But Ariana and Cynthia have been doing so much press together, and they have been emotional in these interviews. They filmed this movie over a multiple year period. A lot happened on set, a lot happened in their personal lives, and this was a dream role for Ariana. So of course she's gonna be emotional when she's talking about it, but people are like, I'm sick of the tears. Like, what is going on with these two? Are they okay? Like, why do they keep crying in every single interview that they do? Which there are a lot of interviews where they're emotional, but here's the thing. This year, Blake Lively was getting called out for being mean in an interview. And I mean, rightfully so, like nobody should be rude to an interviewer. But now we have people that are so grateful, just emotional in these interviews, and they're getting called out. So this is just crazy. And we're going to be spilling on all that has been said because I'm speechless, you guys.
Okay, so I need to know, when did we collectively decide that crying was out? Because apparently Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo shedding some tears during the Wicked press tour is now a whole comedy people do not understand, and the internet is running wild reacting to their tears. Wicked hasn't even hit theaters yet, and somehow the press tour is giving us everything: drama, memes, and yes, a surprising amount of emotional breakdowns. But before we dive into the tears and why people are tuning into this whole meme-worthy interview drama, let's set the stage here. So Wicked, the movie adaptation of the iconic Broadway musical, has been in the works for what feels like forever. And it's finally having its big moment. Like, it feels like we are reliving the Barbie movie coming out because of just how much Wicked promo there is. I mean, we're talking about dolls, which that was a drama in itself. If you guys found out, they had these Wicked dolls that were made, and there was a website on the back of the box, and it ended up linking to an inappropriate website. And it was this whole situation, very disturbing and very scary, but the company has since been made aware of the whole situation. But there is so much merchandise being put out related to Wicked, collabs, food products. Everyone is trying to cash in on the Wicked hype because it really is such a big deal. And Ariana and Cynthia certainly haven't shied away from showing people that they know the weight of how much people love this film and how much pressure was on them to make this the best thing ever. And during the press interviews, Ariana and Cynthia have been, how do I put this, absolutely sobbing, you guys, like to the point where it's become their thing now. Every time someone asks them about their experience on set, it's like, cue the waterworks. And I feel like Ariana Grande fans who know how obsessed she is with Wicked, how much this role meant to her, how much she wanted it, it was her dream role, understand why she's been so emotional and so grateful that they took a chance on her to play this role. But of course, the internet has turned it into this whole joke, just making fun of the fact that in nearly every single interview, these two just seem to get emotional some way, somehow.
I get that. I love you back.
That was such a thoughtful parade of like thoughtfulness. I love you. Thanks.
Stuff you don't see is the most special stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Whoa, stop.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Don't do it.
I'm leaving.
Don't do it. In what ways the person sitting next to you changed you for good?
Gosh,
Oh,
you
man.
are very good. You are very good.
Oh my gosh.
You did it.
We love you.
And I thank you. Cynthia, I'm gonna cry my glitter off. I'm gonna go blind from glitter.
No, you both have to stop.
Sorry.
Not the time, helicopter!
Everyone here right now is just wild. This means the world to us, yeah.
It's very moving.
Yeah.
It's really emotional. We're really grateful to see you all. Thank you so
And I think we've been able to see in each other a bit of a reflection. And so I think I've gotten a little bit of her softness. And she's got
her strength.
A little bit of my strength.
Yeah.
People on TikTok are literally staging mock interviews where they pretend to sob over the most random things being asked to them, pretending to be Ariana and Cynthia.
So what did you guys have for lunch today?
What was the moment you shared during the filmmaking process that made you two think, wow, this project is going to be popular?
No, it's just what would you say? Yeah, we've made exactly. It's the past. It's months. All that we've been through. And
when you watch this film for the first time, it truly feels like you're defying gravity.
Thank you. Stop, you're gonna make me cry.
If you could talk to your characters right now.
So, Cynthia, how was it filming Wicked?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Not right now, helicopter. Not right now, helicopter. The helicopter's moving in the moment. It's okay. It's okay.
Some online have come to their defense, though, defending the two of them for being so emotional during the press tour, saying, you know, you guys just don't get it. If you were never a theater kid, you're never going to understand how working on something and it being over, what that really means and what that's like.
Girl, at this point, I think Ariana and Cynthia are crying in every Wicked interview just because they've done so many interviews. Like, what else do you want them to say? Like, they've just resorted to crying on command because they can't talk about this movie anymore. Seriously, how is it not out yet? Like, please give these women a break.
I don't like how Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande are always crying in every interview that they do. Well, I do. I love it. Okay, I finally feel represented in the mainstream media as someone who cries a lot and a theater kid. Do you know what happens when theater kids finish a show? They hold on to that for the rest of their life. It does not matter if it was a production of Les Mis that they did for one summer for 3 weeks. You hold on.
I feel like I'm seeing so many people be like, I don't understand, why are Cynthia and Ari crying so much on this Wicked press tour? And it has been made incredibly clear to me that most of you on this app have never been in a high school production of Into the Woods, where at the cast party in someone's basement, you sat in a circle and went around one by one and you shared the most traumatic thing that has ever happened to you while everyone was sobbing, and then you sang No One Is Alone. And it shows.
And the girls have also come out to defend themselves, as the press tour has gone on for so long that they're literally still doing interviews. So they have been able to react to people talking about them crying, and they've apologized and just tried to explain themselves.
No, we can't.
No, you get, yeah, no.
We can't.
No, you gotta do it.
We've cried 500 times today.
We've done it a lot. We've done it today.
And honestly, this is a PSA. So sorry, guys.
It is what it is.
I'm really sorry. We're really sorry.
It just happens.
It's really emotional.
We can't help it.
We're sorry. We're sorry.
There's nothing we can do about it.
I can't imagine. And you know what? If you're
just
in the comments
gonna be
saying how annoying it is, I'll say it
we
first.
can't help it.
My tears.
We are tired. I can't even. I felt the same thing outside. I was like,
emotionally tired.
We're trying our best, but there's a lot of emotional things that happen, and we're just going with it.
Yeah, you need to understand.
We're
It's been like 3 years, people.
Sopping hearts.
There's a lot
We've had to
going
keep
on.
this in for such a long time.
And it's a full circle moment for both of you.
Why does emotional availability scare you so?
I'm ready to cry now.
Why
Be there, let us weep.
and love.
It's out of happiness.
It's out of joy.
And joy.
People still just have things to say in the comments of all of these videos, writing, LMFAO, I can't take these interviews seriously. Why is every interview a therapy session? Like, what is going on? I literally haven't seen a single Wicked interview without crying. LMAO, they're always crying. No, but why are they always crying? What did the producers do to them? Like, how traumatic was the filming experience? And the girls have also talked about that so much has happened in their lives, and so much happened in their lives in the filming of all of this, and they went into filming as one person and came out a totally different person. And so that has also been something that has been crazy to relive and talk about in these interviews, that has gotten them all worked up and emotional. And like I mentioned earlier, you guys, Blake Lively, okay, she was called out this year for being nasty to interviewers. And then later, Anne Hathaway was also called out for having been not the most responsive during an interview, just being dry, not answering the questions. So off the heels of all of these bad interview scandals, these two, they were extra on their game about being very into the interview and understanding the meaning of this movie and how special it was for the audience. So whether it was their strategy to go into the press tour like this, or they were just genuinely so grateful and happy to celebrate and promote this movie, which it seems like that is the case here, the press tour is almost over. So anyone annoyed by their tears can rest easy knowing that, you know, we're very close to the end here. The movie is about to come out. Though I will say that this will pick back up next year, because this is only part 1 of the movie that is being released right now. Part 2 is set to come out next year. So I'm sure we'll be back doing all of this one more time, just as emotional, if not even more, because it is going to be the final part next year. And it really is going to be a goodbye to their character. So I'm sure there'll be definitely in tears over that. But we'll just have to see. As of right now, though, that is what has been said online about Ariana and Cynthia and how the internet got a little annoyed by them in their recent interviews and being emotional and how they've clapped back and been defended online. I want to know what you guys think about the fact that people have just flip-flopped all year long about Ariana Grande. First, they don't like her, then they like her, and then they're like, she's crying so much, I'm annoyed by her. I mean, just let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.